Hello and welcome to something slightly different. As you can see, this is a brand new thing, a trial version, and may I say that again, a trial version of a brand new thing. I literally have just picked this up and I am very, very excited to show it off to you. This is going to be an R2D2 1/2 scale model that we are going to get to build. I'm guessing sometime after the Falcon is finished, this is the next thing that I'll be throwing my money at. I can't wait for it to be published properly, but I can wait because otherwise I'll be completely skint. Because the Falcon and the helmet collection, and if this DeLorean ever comes out, that as well, I will be rinsed dry. So I am glad that it is just a trial for now, and I reckon probably the start of next year, like it was for the Falcon, we will see this go into full production. But I did just want to kind of make people aware that a build your own R2D2 is going to come if people subscribe, if people are interested, if D'Agostini can see that this is worth doing, they will get it made. So in this video, I'll be looking at what comes in issue 1 of the trial. And I just want to say right from the start, I know there's been some talk already on the Facebook group and other places that they're claiming it to be 1:2 scale, and it isn't actually if you look at the actual prop used in the films. This has annoyed me slightly. If it is true that it isn't 1/2 scale, I don't know, I'm just going on what other people say, then that is annoying. And I will say, you can do something about it, I believe. If you contact D'Agostini and say, look, it's 1/2 scale, it isn't 1/2 scale, can you confirm, deny, can you work around it? These parts are the trial parts. As we saw with the Falcon, the trial parts were far worse than the parts we got on the full run. So there is something that we can do to change that. It annoys me. Personally, I want it to be 1/1 scale because that would be amazing. It might be much more expensive, but I wouldn't care for 1/1 own built R2D2. I think that's worth the money. But it is 1/2 scale. Whatever size it is, if it does half the things that it's going to claims it's going to do, I will be stoked. So I'm just going to have a quick look and show you the things that this thing will claim to do. It's going to be quite hard to get it into shot. Okay, so the first thing is video camera or still camera in the eyepiece there. Heat and motion sensors, so it can detect you when you're in the room and start doing the gorgeous R2D2 whistles and chirps. Extending arms so that it can run around. Microphone and speaker in this grill part here. Realistic droid movement. A hologram projector. That is intriguing. I'm guessing it'll have to be on a flat surface. I'm guessing it won't quite be like that. That famous scene with Princess Leia. Help me, everyone, Kenobi, you only hope. You know that. You don't need to waffle through that. Communication, sounds. It's going to have sounds. It's going to have a rotating head. Also, you can't see that. It's going to have a rotating head. If it does just half of these things, I think it's worth the money, no matter what size it is. Even if it was like this big and it was, did all those things to be amazing. But it's not going to be. It's going to be at least the size of these pieces here. So I'm just going to take this apart and have a look at what comes in issue 1 of the trial. And straight off the bat, I just want to say we have wiring parts and we have LEDs in a $2.99 trial version of this R2D2. This, for me, states that this build is going to be a lot more wiring and going to entail a lot more complex model making than we have seen in the Falcon, which scares me. For all intents and purposes, I am still an amateur model maker. The Falcon is the first big thing I've ever done. The X-Wing is not an airfix kit. It's a model kit with clear instructions. I probably should put some more videos of that up actually. But this is going to be, I think, one of the most intricate things I do in its release. So I'm a bit scared being an amateur and all, but I hope that I will still be able to help you guys through it, even though I am learning for myself. So we get LEDs and wiring in issue 1. We get a plastic part of R2D2's arm. Like I say, it's a trial, so I'm not going to critique it too much, but it feels like the same kind of plastic we get for the Falcon, just a lot thicker. You know, the whole plating is quite thin on the Falcon. This seems quite sturdy. We get another one of these screwdrivers. I know some people have had problems with them. I don't mind them, but then again, I'm not used to other screwdrivers. Like I say, it is I am an amateur when it comes to these kind of builds. We get 2 screws. We also get the same plastic with a little bit of part coming out. But we get the same plastic as we got with this, just blue for the light of R2D2, and also we get the same blue plastic for the eye of R2D2, or the camera, or whatever you want to call it. We also get a lens. I'm going to be very careful not to touch it. We get a nice lens there, and we get more connecting pieces there, and a bit of sticky back plasticky thing there. So I'm just going to move this aside and start putting it together for you. So the first thing we do is we open up the screws, which I'm just going to do off camera. That was a little more fiddly than I thought, but I do have the screws here along with the screwdriver. So there we go. We then get the LED parts. Let's get this into focus, shall we? There we go. Ish. We then get the LED parts there, and we get this part here, and we fit the LED connectors like that. Is that the way around? No. Like this. So you've got the plug facing out, and then the LED just showing on there. And then what we do is we screw these pieces, screw these screws to connect this piece together if it stays in. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that now. No, stop, wait, I made a mistake. That hole there is for the plug to go through. So you put the plug through the hole, focus, like so, and then that part's there. So the plug is sticking out and the screw hole's lined up. So then you get the screwdriver. I'm just going to screw this in here. Like so. Oh, it's quite a snug fit, but it doesn't feel like I'm going to break anything. So that's nice. Oh, it's not the camera. How professional. And just do this one here. Like so. And you notice that the screw isn't going into the LED plate itself. The head of the screw is going to be what holds it in place. So I'm going to make sure I don't over tighten the screws. Just make sure that they are held in place. Whoa, it's a little stiff, but that's good. It gives you a bit of a workout, and there we go. So there is a point where there comes resistance. You stop at that point. Oh, yeah, don't go any further than that. And that is what you get when you've screwed those pieces on. So the next thing you do is you take the sticky back plastic part, and there is a film attached to it that you take off. There it is coming. There it is. And you attach this. Oh, better get it ready actually. You get this piece, and let me just consult the instructions. No, what am I doing? So you get the lens, which I left over here, and you get the sticky back plastic piece. You peel that off like so, and then you stick it to the lens like that. And what this white piece does, it acts as a diffuser, so you don't see lots of LEDs shining through this piece. You just get the color that of R2D2's red and blue lights. You know the light I'm talking about, don't you? This one. So yeah, that light is what we're doing right now. I didn't explain myself very well, I feel. So you can see it's all stuck on. You can see kind of it's stuck on through the lens. Make sure you stick it to the flat part of the lens and not the ridged part. And then you take this part and you just push the lens onto it, into it like so. And it's a very, very nice fit. And the lens doesn't quite come flush to the blue part, but it is pushed in there like so. And then I'm guessing at some point you will attach these pieces like that. And this part will be inside of the dome, and there you'll have the light for R2D2, and then you'll plug that into there to make it work. Now the magazine says we don't get a test board till issue 3 of the trial, but the fact that we get a test board and trial lights in a trial version of a build is pretty amazing. So that is what you get in issue 1 of the trial. I was hoping that issue 2 would be out as well, but as is the nature with these trials, they don't have any obligation to come out weekly or at all. It'll be more regular for the regular run. I have subscribed, so hopefully I'll get the parts through the post soon. So when it's next in the shops, or when it comes through the post, I will be back reviewing issue 2 and 3 and 4, or however many parts you get with the trial. Until then, I urge you to subscribe. I am more excited about this than I was with the Falcon. R2D2 is, in my mind, more iconic than the Falcon, especially to those who are delved into Star Wars but not big a fan as we are. So yeah, let's make this happen, folks. Subscribe to this build and get these trial parts and get the hype going, because I think this is going to be a fantastic build. So until I see you again next time, take care, bye bye.